What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another entertaining video. Seems like somebody got some poetic justice. Teacher fired after controversial slavery lesson, building 1 billion class action lawsuit. Looks like I think what it is, she mad because her ass got fired because she tried to pull some shit in class or teaching some slavery shit. Well, let's get into the story. I'm gonna play this video and then I'll come back with my commentary.
Lesson involving slavery, and tonight she's fighting back.
Patricia Cummings planning to sue for $1 billion. That is with a B. She says it was a teachable moment. Her 7th grade class was learning about slavery and blacks traveling from Africa to America.
But her lesson sparked a complaint and then controversy. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager.
I would have the phone ready at 911, so all I would have to do is hit send.
Patricia Cummings, a former New York City teacher, describing the death threats she received after a lesson here at Bronx Middle School 118 in the Tremont section last year. It happened when her 7th grade social studies class was watching a portion of a movie depicting the Middle Passage, the torturous journey Africans made to America to be slaves.
A student decided to, I'm going to quote from the investigative report, waddle around the room, blatantly making fun of it to the point where I had to stop my lesson, address that, and have a teachable moment. And that 20 seconds of the teachable moment is what has changed my life.
Cummings points out a Daily News cover story with her picture, claiming she singled out black students and told them to lie on the floor face down and then stepped on their backs. She was reassigned and then terminated this fall. Cummings maintains she did nothing more than ask volunteers in her class to sit close together. And the conclusion from the Chancellor's Office of Special Investigations was that the accusation of corporal punishment from just one student was unsubstantiated. Cummings now planning $1 billion lawsuit against the city, the Daily News, and a host of others.
White teachers are sometimes typecast as racist, and they're not racist. So it's a case of reverse discrimination.
I call my students my kids because I care about all of them.
And her school is predominantly black and Hispanic. In fact, a black teacher was actually present in the room during the alleged incident.
In the investigation, he described the lesson as, quote, appropriate. Meanwhile, the city claims Cummings was fired based on her performance, but today she showed reviews which rate her as an effective teacher, one who's had to live with threats.
That I should be followed home, my house should be burned down.
Also out of a job, living on unemployment.
Now y'all heard that shit. Now what she tried to do is she tried some little slick shit. Look at this shit, man. Y'all don't pay that no attention. I'm trying to stop this video. Okay, there we go. Now she tried some slick shit, with that slavery, lesson bullshit, and it backfired. You don't have no kids lay down on no floor and put your foot on their back. You understand? You don't teach that kind of lesson that way. And she's talking about the death threats and getting fired. She blessed she didn't get her fucking ass whooped. And it still ain't too late. You understand what I mean? But I can tell you this much. She ain't getting no $1 billion. Them people ain't, she fucked herself when she did this. You understand? She's the reason why she out of a job and whatever going on with her. Let's get into the story. A former New York teacher is heading to court after she was accused of forcing black students to lie on the floor while she stood on their backs during a lesson about slavery. Following her termination in October, Patricia Cummings says she was the victim of reverse discrimination and is now ramping up a $1 billion class action lawsuit. No, you can't, offend people. And then when some shit goes south for you, you want to play the victim. This is what they always do. She brought this on herself. She ain't getting no $1 billion. You know? With a slug face ass. Okay? I have no career at this point, Cummings said at a Thursday press conference, per the New York Post, describing how the allegations made against her has affected her life. Well, think about the lives you affected when you did the slave shit and gonna stand on somebody's back. Put your foot on somebody's back. Maybe those kids, whoever she did that to, her parents should file a lawsuit against her. Maybe that's what should take place. What about that? See? Cummings says the accusations that she stepped on a student's back is a lie, though she acknowledges that she had her students sit close together on the floor to demonstrate the conditions on slave ships. How's she gonna demonstrate one condition on, like, she wasn't on one, she ain't never been on one? See, Ms. Cummings is a dedicated and competent teacher who should never have been subjected to these false accusations, which have damaged her career and her reputation. Cummings' attorney, Thomas Loudy, told local affiliate ABC7 on Thursday, "This is a case of a blatant reverse discrimination." Yahoo Lifestyles has reached out to Loudy for further comment. The 37-year-old teacher said at Thursday's press conference that the testimony of a black teacher who saw the slavery lesson in question will clear her name. Oh boy, he needs to stay his dumb ass out of it. Because caping for her ain't gonna help him. You know. Look how stupid she looks. She knows she fucked up. She knows she did. You don't put your foot on nobody's back. If she didn't do it, well, what did somebody say that she did it? Why them kids say she did it? Anyone who has met me knows I don't have that bone in my body. They all say this shit. Let me guess. Some of my best friends were black. Yeah, they like seeing that shit too, but Cummings said, "I was brought up, you treat everybody the way you want to be treated." But as some of y'all DNA always want to step over the line. You know the old adage, the old saying says, if you play with a dog, they'll lick you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that with these people, man. You know, I mean, you cannot relax with them without them offending you when it's something to do with racism. Something racial is going to happen. You know what I mean? If not all of them, but I would say the majority of them when it comes down to situations like this. Okay, it says, Cummings filed a $120 million lawsuit against the New York City Department of Education and other city agencies, as reported by the Post. But Loudy says they're also building a class action case with other alleged victims of reverse discrimination. He believes that the case is worth $1 billion. The New York City Department of Education, however, said in a statement to ABC7 that Cummings was terminated based on a thorough investigation and a review of her performance as an educator, adding that it will review her complaint. Well, you know, the thing is this. This reverse discrimination shit they talking is basically just saying, hey, we have the right to do offensive racial things to other people, and by you firing me for doing it, you understand, this is reverse discrimination. You are impeding on my white privilege. This is what this bitch saying, and that slug face as attorney she got. That's all. That's what this boils down to. I hope she don't get a dime, and I hope the parents, of these children that was affected by that lesson that day, wisen up and say, yeah, we gonna file a lawsuit on her ass, for damaging my child. It'll never be right again. See? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. I think the lawsuit she has is out of bitterness and frivolousness. It's a frivolous lawsuit. And like that school said, they fired her ass because of her performance as an educator. Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you can get all notifications. Peace out.